There's a unique kind of power. A profound force that doesn't roar or flash. It doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't even ask to be seen. It simply exists, quiet, steady, absolutely immovable. That power, my friends, is silence, not just the absence of noise, but the commanding presence of control. This is the kind of control most people will never truly know, because they've never dared to sit alone with themselves long enough to actually discover it. We live in a world absolutely addicted to sound. People talk endlessly to fill the void, post constantly to prove they matter, and react impulsively because silence feels like surrender. But silence is not surrender. It is strategy. It is restraint. It is profound self-mastery. And the ones who master it, they become truly untouchable. Silence is what fundamentally separates the reactive from the powerful. When you stop feeling that urgent need to respond to every insult, every baseless rumor, every painful betrayal, you begin to experience a clarity that simply cannot be disturbed. This is because silence provides you with invaluable space to think deeply, to truly feel, to understand what's genuinely worth your precious energy and what's just mere noise. And when you stop feeding the noise, it eventually dies on its own. Starved of your attention, they'll provoke you, just to see if you'll break. They'll whisper things behind your back, hoping it will push you to explain, to react, to desperately prove them wrong. But when you stay quiet, when you simply refuse to engage, that's when they start to crumble. Because people don't know how to fight someone who refuses to fight back. They expect resistance. They anticipate a reaction, but when you give them stillness instead, it unsettles them far more profoundly than anger ever could. That's the quiet kind of revenge. Not by lashing out, not by screaming louder, but by outgrowing, by elevating, by becoming someone so deeply rooted in self-respect that chaos can dance wildly in front of you. And you won't even blink. Your silence effectively becomes a mirror, forcing others to confront their own reflection. And most people are absolutely terrified of what they'll see when the noise is finally stripped away. In silence, you learn who you truly are. You bravely confront the thoughts you've buried, the fears you've ignored, the hard truths you've been too distracted to face. And from that raw confrontation, genuine strength is born, not the loud, boastful kind, but the silent kind. The kind that walks into a room and doesn't need to announce its presence. The kind of strength that effortlessly lets others talk because you genuinely have nothing to prove. You become someone who doesn't need to win arguments because your calm presence is already the answer. Someone who doesn't need applause because your soul is already full, rich, and complete. That's the strength of silence. It protects you, it guides you, it disciplines you, and never, ever mistake it for weakness. Silence is not weakness. Weakness is desperately needing attention. Weakness is craving external validation. Weakness is letting your fleeting emotions completely control your reactions. Silence is the absolute opposite. It is self-discipline in its purest, most potent form. It is the conscious decision to wait when others rush, to listen intently when others speak, to move with purpose when others stay stuck in place. Silence is action, strategic, intentional, and deeply effective. Most people don't understand this profound truth. They think if you're silent, you're scared. If you don't react, you're passive. But real strength doesn't need to react. Real strength doesn't seek revenge in the conventional sense. It becomes it. And the best revenge? It's becoming so intensely focused on your own growth, your healing, your unique purpose that they don't even recognize you anymore. That's the true, authentic, glow-up, quiet, intentional, and utterly complete. When you choose silence, you instinctively take the high ground, not out of arrogance, but out of profound wisdom, because you begin to realize that not every battle is worth fighting. Not every insult deserves a response. Not every chaotic situation needs your precious energy. Silence is the art of precisely knowing where your power truly lies and steadfastly refusing to hand it away to anyone. You'll find that silence often says more than words ever could. It speaks volumes of confidence, of depth, of profound understanding. It shows you are in control, not just of your mouth, but of your entire mind. And that's the kind of control that genuinely intimidates people. Because it means you can't be manipulated. You can't be baited into foolish reactions. You simply cannot be broken. There's a reason the wisest people in history spoke the least. They knew the immense value of their words. They knew that silence sharpens thoughts and refines your entire presence. They didn't speak unless it served a clear purpose. And when they did speak, people listened intently, because silence gave immense weight to their words. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your hard-won peace. You don't need to defend your silence. Let them wonder. Let them misinterpret. Let them drown in their own misguided assumptions while you quietly rise in your unwavering stillness. The world will scream for your attention. Don't give it. Give them your undeniable results instead. In a time where everyone is performing, posturing, and pretending, dare to be different. Be quiet. Be real. Be focused. There is a deep, profound calm that comes with self-mastery. A cold, unyielding kind of peace that confidently says, I've already won, because I've mastered myself. And that is what it truly means to be powerful. Your silence is not emptiness, it is a commanding presence. Your silence is not weakness, it is impenetrable armor. Your silence is not defeat, it is your deliberate decision to rise above. Remember, you don't have to speak to be heard. You don't have to react to be strong. You don't have to fight to win. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can ever do is say nothing at all. If this spoke to something buried deep inside you, something you've tried to quiet, something you've been hiding beneath layers of reaction, noise, and pretending, then let this be more than just a video. Let it be a moment of profound clarity. A moment where everything finally made sense. Maybe for the very first time in a long time. You feel seen. You feel deeply understood. And more than anything, you feel strong again. So take this message with you. Let it live in your silence. Let it echo in those moments when the world tries its hardest to pull you back into chaos. Remember that you don't need to be loud to be heard. You don't need to argue to prove your worth. You don't need to break character to break through. You are enough, exactly as you are, in your calm, cool, steady presence. If this message helped you, if it truly grounded you, then don't just leave. Join this space. This isn't just content, it's a quiet revolution. A movement towards self-mastery that starts within. Subscribe to Stoicism in Daily Life 68 inches right now so you never lose touch with the true power of who you're becoming. Hit that like button to signal you're embracing this path of quiet strength. And share this video with someone who desperately needs to remember that silence is not emptiness, it's command. It's grace. It's profound control. Let's build a community where stillness is strength. Where you are not judged for boldly choosing yourself. This is your moment.